And we're back. So it looks like they're going into it pretty quick. I can do names relatively fast. We have one die roll, waiting for the next die roll.
Two computers running. I was trying to type on the
Wrong
other
one.
on the wrong keyboard. I'm like, why is this not doing anything? uh,
Alright. So, hands. Mana Crypt is pretty dangerous, but you just have the Lodestone, but it doesn't matter because it shops on shops, and
you can't.
Lodestone is a vanilla 5/3.
Sullivan's hand is bad.
No, it's not very good at all.
He doesn't have a second. He only has 3 mana.
He needs mana. He really, I really think he needs a mulligan in this hand. Actually, both players have Lodestone in their opening hand.
Sullivan did win the roll, and he has a thorn, I guess.
He mulligans.
All right.
Thorn's not
I mean,
good.
that wasn't a bad. I guess it wasn't a terrible hand, but he needed to draw land on that hand.
Well, turn
This
one.
hand is very good. Sullivan's hand is very good, I think, this time.
Yeah.
So you can lead with a
Lead with a Thorn and slow down a broken draw.
lead with a thorn and then follow with a waste or follow with a waste probably. I mean, that's probably like what I'd be thinking about. And then you have factory to stop pretty much almost every creature in Keith's deck, other than Wormcoil. You lose the factory. That's wrong.
I would play Ancient Tomb Thorn. It slows down any broken draw.
Yeah. That's just wrong.
Now Keith just goes Tomb, Mox, Lodestone. Right? I guess. Well, I guess.
Yeah. That would have stopped that.
Sullivan can just block with Factory though, for what it's
If
worth.
he had, right, but if he had played the thorn,
This would have been next turn.
Keith,
Lodestone.
no, he would have wastelanded the ancient tome.
Oh yeah.
Unless Keith protects the ancient tome with a factory. Well, I guess he threw another ancient tome, but yeah, I mean it's not gonna kill him, I guess.
Yeah.
But these thorns are just dead if you're not gonna play them on turn one.
Yeah.
Like why are they in your deck?
Well, I mean, they're main deck, so can't do much about that. Oh, okay. So Metamorph copies Lodestone.
Oh, I do not like that either. Like you already have parity on that lodestone.
Yeah. And now Keith has 6 mana on his turn, so if he draws a Worm Coil, he can cast it.
I mean, if he gets Wormcoil or Crucible, like those are
Yeah.
now you don't have the Revoker for or the Metamorph for it.
For a big card, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is just
Actually, Tangle Wire is smashing too.
Sullivan choosing to play shops and having to play against much more experienced shops players, and you're seeing what shops is not the easiest deck to play. Like if you're playing against an opponent that knows the deck better, they can definitely outplay. They can definitely outplay you.
Yeah, sequencing
That happened.
is very important.
That happened last match, and it's happening to some degree here.
Yeah, so he's gonna go Tangle, and I'm assuming if he tapped the one tomb, he wants to tap the other tomb just to play Thorn. Oh no, he's Metamorph. Oh, Metamorph on Lodestone. That is a quick clock.
Because Sullivan's completely tapped out now next turn.
Yeah. There's not many cards he could actually draw here to get him out of this. Oh no! Wait! Whoa! Why would you attack here? You trade, so you.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
He just threw away a free 5 damage.
Yeah, he threw away a free lava axe. It's like a
Okay.
yeah. I don't know why you threw away a lava.
I mean, you
axe.
just 10 him next turn. That's better than Searing Flesh. That's what is that? What is the 10 damage card? Was it like something Searing Wind?
Searing Winds or Urza's
Searing
Rage.
Wind? Oh, Urza's Rage?
A kicked Urza's Rage is 10 damage, or Searing Wind is also 10 damage. They're both 10 damage.
Yes.
They're printed like right next to each other, so.
Yes.
Or back-to-back blocks, I guess.
Yeah. Masks into Invasion. They also reprinted an 8th edition, apparently. But it's funny because Searing Wind can also deal 10 damage to a creature as well. Can you imagine using your Searing Wind on a creature? That would be so sad.
I used to play Searing Wind when I was first getting into Magic, and I think I did have to use it on a creature like once. or twice, and I was like, this is the worst feeling. Yeah. Like you're building up to 9 mana to just like nuke their face and kill them in that one blast, and they're just like, you get in this
Later.
situation where like it's not lethal, and you have to save your life. So you pay 9 mana to kill a creature. It's miserable.
Miserable is like an understatement.
It is an instant though, so you can choose to do that whenever.
All right. That's you got me there.
Versus Ridge is obviously a much better card because you can play it for 3 for 3. Three mana for 3 damage. And then you have the option of kicking it later.
Kick it.
And it was
So
it was uncounterable.
only when kicked, right?
No, it's always uncounterable.
It's always encounterable, but it was something when it got kicked.
When I kicked it turned into 10 damage instead of just 3.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So
Can
it
be
can't be.
prevented.
There we
Couldn't
go.
be prevented if you kicked it, yeah.
You can't
That's what
seal
you're
of
talking about?
you
Yeah.
can't seal of protection Reddit. There we go.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. You
Circle.
not only can you not
Circle
not only
protection.
could you not right. Well, there were cards back then that people would play, at least in standard, sometimes that were like temporary prevention, like the type of fog effects. So I mean, it also blasts through them.
So now this attack kind of sucks because he has the factory. So missing
Yeah,
out
yeah,
on that bunch
yeah,
of damage is
yeah.
kind of hurting him.
He missed out on like one lava axe because he would have gotten to on tap it the second time.
Yeah.
So he missed out on 5 damage basically. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, losing 5 damage is when you don't have to lose 5 damage is not the
Yeah.
best. I would have tapped a tome there
Yeah, you
instead
don't
of
want to
the.
tap Tomb anymore. 11. Man, Ancient Tomb. There's so what makes me think that they copied the same deck is that both JP and Keith have the one
Have the one what?
of the one
I,
City of Traders in their deck.
yeah, I mean, come on. There's way too many similarities between the deck lists for them to have not like. And Keith was just asking for a deck list like 2 hours before he submitted yesterday. So
They went to the same spot.
or today. I think JP just gave him a deck. It's really weird because he's playing against him.
High possibility playing against him. I guess everyone pretty much played everyone, right?
No, well, Matt only played 2 people, obviously.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He never played.
Sullivan has played everybody.
Okay, so we have a Tabernacle. Hi, a Ratchet Bomb's been revoked. I mean, you just cast. Oh no, he can't. But like in the
A strip mine. I mean, the strip mine is waiting for the factory.
yeah,
Your opponent's factory, or the wasteland, whatever you want to use.
yeah,
And you have the factory to trade with his lodestone. I mean, we're at a little bit of a stalemate. The revoker on Sullivan's side doesn't do a lot. I mean, it stops the Ravager bomb, I guess. But it can attack into that lodestone, so the lodestone's kind of holding the ground for Keith, and the factory is kind of holding the ground for Sullivan.
sorry about that.
It's okay. Are you next to a highway or something?
No, it's
Giant truck or something?
no, it's somebody has this little like motorbike that they're working on. They
Oh,
have to
okay,
drive it
okay.
up and down the street over and over.
I mean, that's what you do when you get a motorcycle, right?
Right, drive it up and down the
It's
street.
no, no, seriously, I'm not kidding. That's usually like that. That's the reason why you buy it, no?
Wake up everyone on your street.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I always thought anyway.
Okay, here we go. This is big. So
The wasteland was an incredible top deck.
Keith
Yeah,
Keith gets the waste, and now Lodestone's coming back in.
I mean, you can't
What's up?
stop it.
It's unstoppable, right? That's why you're only allowed to have one. It's still
It's a
like
it's a juggernaut that has the option to not attack
it's the
in this
Juggernaut
matchup.
but Juggernaut cannot be blocked by Mutavault, which can actually happen.
But juggernaut has to attack every turn, and that's kind of a massive drawback.
Eh. Mox Workshop Juggernaut. How do you beat it? Nothing beats it.
Lightning bolt.
We don't talk about Lightning Bolt.
In alpha, you could answer it with multiple cards.
Shatter, Swords of Plowshares, Lightning Bolt. But it was on the extended restricted list along with Hypnotic Spectre.
Oh my god. Orcish Aura Flame.
Orcish
That's the-
Oriflame. One in a red.
That was the saddest card because not only did they first restrict it, but then they errated it to make it completely and totally unplayable. And even if it was its original mana cost, it would still not be good. Like they just did not comprehend that creatures.
It was in the
plus
first
1/+0
ever.
to creatures was not good, and especially if they're only attacking. Like maybe if it was run one red, it might see like, no, it still wouldn't see me play probably.
The funniest thing is that also in that set was Bad Moon and Crusade. Those are also alpha cards. So along
You know
with
what
Orcish Oriflame, like
All right, so Sullivan did not top deck, so he has to chump block.
yep, he's got a chump.
And then he has to see if he can top deck something to stop this Lodestone. Okay, it doesn't matter. Sullivan has no top decks.
No. You actually
I
could
don't-
pay blue for this. If he had another regular land, he could actually save himself 2 life.
Well, he's still going to save himself 2 life because he has to play it off the Ancient Tome.
Oh yeah,
He is paying blue for it.
yeah, he has to.
Yeah, so I don't know. Power level errata just make me sad when they reduce the power level of a card on an errata. Like Rook Egg should be like the most insane dredge card ever, but they
What about the one dragon?
like could you imagine if Rook Egg was like actually like still Rook Egg? Like we could just mill dredge deck was just play 4 Rook Eggs and you just mill them, you get 4/4/4 flyers and you just crush your opponent's face. It'd be so awesome.
Sounds good to me.
It would actually probably be restricted, but they have one Rook Egg in their deck. It would almost definitely be restricted if it was the original. Discard a card. If when you discard this card, put a 4/4 into play.
So a couple. So they reverted a lot of power level errata. One thing they still haven't done though is Lotus Veil.
Lotus Veil and Buried Ruin, yeah, they would both have to go on the restricted list, and they'd both be banned in Legacy if they did that.
Oh, Black Lotus for your land drop. I don't know if that's good.
Rook Egg and Winter Orb. I think some other ones that are. We were just mentioning the other one earlier, right? The Orcish Oriflame,
Orcish Oriflame.
which who even cares if they do it now? But
Technically, Winter Orb had there were never printings of Winter Orb that said that it turned off when it tapped, but there actually were Magic Online versions that said when Winter Orb is tapped, it doesn't. It
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
work.
I know, yeah. So they were aware that.
They should.
I mean,
reprint-
the original version of Winter Orb did tap. It did shut off when you tapped it because it was an art. That's how those things
continuous
work.
artifact.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like designed to do that. That's how it was by design. But I guess you can say if it was, that's not an errata then, kind of, right?
I know Winter Orb is a really very strange case, an extremely strange case. Because like the way that it's worked in history, like if you play, those Pro Tour 1 decks that they made, one of them is a prison deck where it's all about Icy Manipulator on my Winter Orb. And that deck technically doesn't work now because you can't do that anymore. You can't just tap your thing, untap all of your stuff, and then fireball your opponent. I think that deck had fireball. That buck is really weird. I like it though. All right, so we have a Wasteland. But just kidding.
He also,
Sullivan has another workshop in In reserve, there's draw
I
Mux
mean,
here.
Keith has a Ghost Quarter and a Crucible and a Tormod's Crypt and a Strip Mine. He draws a Mana Crypt though, so he's gonna get down a Lodestone, and its Lodestone is just gonna be off to the races. It's gonna get some help next turn with a Metamorph on Lodestone, and maybe
Wait.
Sullivan can pull out a Shop's Mirror win here. He needs Keith to not draw a threat.
Mhm.
If Keith draws a threat, it's going to be very tough, or a way to start blocking these Lodestones. It's going to be it completely changes the trajectory of the game.
Yeah, even Field Waste. Oh, Karn. Is Karn a good blocker?
I hear it's pretty good. It it has 8 toughness, so
One of his 2 Karns.
but the Karn's gonna get copy. He can copy the Karn, right? I guess, and then
Is
still
that
swing
even?
in.
Is that even? He just blocks. Why would you want to copy Karn? You would just
You
want
can
to.
still attack a Karn.
You'd want to copy Golem and still get in for 5.
Nah, I copy Karn. You can still get in for 4 with a Karn. And you have a Karn instead of a Golem. Well, they're both Golems, but
He's
the
a
silver golem. The silver golem is better than the lodestone golem in the mirror.
All right.
A golem made out of silver. I mean, come on, how can you pass that up? Yeah, I want to copy this Karn.
You just want to see.
I'm assuming he's playing the Karn.
I mean, he starts with Tormod's Crypt. Oh, Ghost
I want to see
Quarter.
dueling. Yes, I want to see dueling Karns. Are you kidding me? Are you crazy? Obviously, I want to see that.
So he goes with Strip.
He's trying to just not like hoping that this is just gonna work. Just keep stripping him, and that'll cut him off from anything. So now we're not gonna get to see dueling Karns because he's almost definitely gonna copy the Lodestone here.
Yeah, you just have to. Dunk dunk. Metamorph. See. It's not...
Yeah, you especially have to because you're gonna play your Tangle Wire next turn. If Keith ever plays a land that stays around.
Keith, yeah.
He should be playing the Karn.
There we go. That's what he wants. Now we can go Workshop, Crypt, Mox, play Karn, and kill
your Mana Crypt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you wait for him to flip with Mana Crypt, right? You wait on upkeep. Wait till draw step and see if they take damage. Hey, what's up,
Is it draw step? Or is it it's upkeep?
Yeah, it's upkeep. So you animate it during draw step.
The other big card that got errated was Island Fish Jaconus. It never even got it today in
Island Fish Jaconus.
Yeah.
What was changed about it?
They took Island out of its name. Or they didn't let you fetch it with things. You're supposed to be able to fetch it with cards that fetch Island.
Like Floodplain? You spelled the Floodplain for Island Fish Jaconus?
No, they never let that actually happen. They errated it.
As in Arabian Nights, summon Island Fish. It says
That's
Island.
They errated. There was one of the. Yeah, it should have been. It says search for an island card, right? And put it in play.
Floodplain, yes, it does.
So does Flooded Strand, and so does all the other Misty Rainforest, and yeah, Floodplain would have been the first one that could have done it.
Keith did not...
they errated it to stop that.
This is bad. Keith did not animate the Mana Crypt, and now he's getting really punished for it.
Because you got the Tangle Wire down. So you're saying?
Yeah, so he's able to play the Tangle Wire. That's not good.
And the Tangle Wire is going to tap him down, and he's only going to block one of the Lodestones this turn.
And then the next
turn. And next turn he's going to die.
No, he's not going to die because he can still animate it, and he still has to tap 3 things. Because he blocks, takes 5, next turn takes 5. So it's not game over.
He's tap 4.
Yeah, he has to tap 4, but then Sullivan has to tap.
He
needs to animate. Really? He concedes?
He still didn't animate the Mana Crypt.
He said, oops.
Did not see it. Yeah, if he animates the Mana Crypt right, even then, he still gets to tap down.
Yeah.
He still made some pot decks.
I would not have conceded there.
No, he shouldn't. And he wasn't dead.
No, that was a bit abrupt.
Well, this is whenever that if that wormhole hits the table,
Yeah.
Sullivan's in a world of hurt with that hand if they're keeping. Sullivan's hand is a sketchy keep,
Sullivan's
but
hand is.
I can certainly see some reasoning for keeping it, but I don't think it's a good hand at all.
Team Sphere,
I definitely would have considered mulliganing that, especially being on the draw and your opponent has 7.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, I probably would have mulliganed that. Keith's hand is definitely a keep.
Oh, there's a workshop off the top. Come on.
Well, that's good.
That's perfect.
Is it? No, it's not. I mean, it's not perfect. He still has no way to answer this worm coil, but. I mean, the worm coil is, I guess, a number of turns away now. After Keith played the sphere. Well, maybe not that far away. Maybe next turn. maybe we just draw all the cards we need.
Yeah. Yeah, just play the tomb just so it's wasteland bait. Add a counter. Oh, he could still ratchet bomb away the worm coil eventually. All right, what we got here? So we
No, he would not get there in time. It would kill him before that happens.
Well, he does have Tangle Wire in his hands.
Maybe, yeah.
If he has a Wasteland Tangle Wire, that's pretty
Alright, so
good.
he's 6 mana. He threw it on Tangle Wire. He likes Smokestack though.
Like Smokestack. He just wants to get it in play. And then Keith's gonna show him.
Yeah, but I like the
coil.
Tangle Wire. Your opponent is just building mana. Like they're gonna do something, right? Like your
Maybe.
opponent's clearly building to a 6-drop. I feel like with just play Sphere on my 4 mana and chops, like
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm definitely wary of a 6-drop, and I'm really surprised right now that he's passing up the opportunity to play this worm coil.
That's
Take out the
bizarre.
workshop.
He just passes. Wow. I don't know if I like that at all.
I mean, there's a chance it locks him out of a metamorph on this worm coil if he doesn't have another land, and he doesn't. So it's actually not that bad.
I'm willing to concede to Keith here, I think.
I would have ramped the stack, definitely.
He did not ramp the stack. He can always just sack it
Yeah.
if he doesn't. And he's got like a lot of stuff to sacrifice.
Yeah, but I would have ramped the stack.
Yeah. Because then he could have hit
Yeah,
a land.
he also has another. Yeah, you hit a land, right? Yeah, why would you not want to hit a land?
Land is huge. Yeah. So is he
All
gonna
all
go?
this matchup's about. He's gonna go map into strip mine.
Does
but,
he
like,
want strip
definitely
mine? Does he
should've-
want? I feel like he's gonna get workshop because he wants to tangle.
Get workshop, tangle, and now ramp the stack.
Yeah.
Or eventually.
Because you can sack a tangle wire to a smokestack. That's like the best feeling ever.
Okay. Yeah. And you're not. Yeah. Getting the workshop's probably better. It
Workshop.
turns on your other smokestack.
Yeah. So this tangle's
Yeah.
pretty big here.
Yeah, so I might even pass another turn now that you went for this line. Tingwar hits him.
So he could, yeah, it's gonna tangle him up. I guess Keith could just make things worse and just go workshop tangle, or he just passes. He doesn't even play a land. Interesting. Which I would have maybe played like Tabernacle or just a land I didn't care about. You're facing off against Smokestack. Like him not having Tabernacle in play, I think is a big mistake.
Especially with 3 lands in hand.
Yeah, he's got so much food for this. He's gonna start losing the Smokestack war.
Especially if you end up in a Crucible versus Crucible situation soon, getting as many land drops as you can get can be very important.
Unless he just wants to get to 0 permanence. Could it be like that? He just wants to get to 0 permanence?
Well, it doesn't really matter at this point because Sullivan has 2 smokestacks.
That's true. He's the 3rd one in his hand. A lot of smokestacks.
Well, it looks like Sullivan might pull this out. The initial hands looked very in favor of Keith. He passed up the opportunity to play that worm coil.
That worm coil would have won the game by now.
Oh, yeah. that would have been game over.
Even through everything, like he would have won the game with that worm coil. There was
No,
no
that would have
metamorphs
been.
coming. He got
I
a
mean,
little
Wasteland,
too
Wasteland
cautious.
Workshop is good, but getting a worm coil in play is
Better. It's just
like
better.
literally like okay, your opponent plays a metamorph. It's the worst thing that can happen to it, but that's parity. That's not.
Yeah, they run into each
There's
other. They
still
run into each
yeah
other.
yeah. He got a little bit aggressive. I guess would you call that aggressive? In terms of wanting to like just blow him out with the worm coil and have it be an instant win, and he locked himself out of ever being able to play it now.
Aggressive or maybe he should have been aggressive when he's a little too cautious. I think that's what it is. Yeah, so now Sullivan can. So now, but Sullivan still has a freaking smokestack in play.
Yeah, I mean this game's certainly not over because Sullivan
Yeah.
still has no pressure.
All right, so workshop, Mox, Sphere. Or,
Yeah, he can build out of this and pretty quickly.
Workshop, Mox,
He wants
Sphere, sack Sphere to stack. He doesn't have any more double lands.
I mean, you could just go Mox Factory Sphere,
Yeah.
and then you can pop the sphere to the
What?
feeding the. He just wants him to ramp the stack to 1.
Wants to ramp the
He just
stack.
wants to
to
get.
one.
He just wants to get the a 1-for-1.
And then
Oh,
because
Sullivan sacked. Why did Sullivan sack the stack? The second another stack.
I'm not sure. That was a little weird. So he wants him to ramp. So he does ramp.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Oh, he's just Crucible. Holy moly.
Well, it's gonna create parity, but to some degree. But
I mean, he'll 100% leave the smokestack at 1 forever. He has a million
Yeah.
manas in play.
yeah, but I'm saying it like Keith's gonna copy it, but
Oh yeah, now we're back to this
But-
again. But he's got 0 lands versus 5 lands.
yeah. So this is talking about passing up the opportunity to be playing his lands, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore because he's already played all the lands in his hand. That workshop is the last one in his hand. He passed.
He just sacked the smokestack, the Tangawar to the smokestack. Yeah. I mean, he can keep this. He can keep the stack in play indefinitely. He's Crucible of Worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, you have no reason to not copy that Crucible. Like you have to get out of this, right? He's supposed
Yeah.
to feign. He's supposed to feign that he can't do anything. But what if Sullivan just top stacks a Thorn and just locks you out of the game? Right?
I mean, he's just gonna do this. I guess the factory will represent a threat that, like, before he drew the Crucible, I think I agreed with. I understood his plan, but now I'm just not sure.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know why he's not copying this Crucible here.
He's looking to draw like Lotus.
Like
or...
there's nothing better to do than to copy this Crucible. You're not going to find a better option. Unless he just wants to naturally draw a regular Crucible.
That, or does he want to like? Does he want to like try to draw Lotus or something to get just play the Worm Coil in 1 turn?
Did he just pitch his Metamorph?
Yeah, he did. I
I really don't know. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's going on. I don't understand these.
Why would he
decisions.
not? Why is he not workshopping into a Metamorph? Does he think there's a sphere in play? Metamorph is literally the best card in the deck.
Yeah.
Um, I don't. I am at a loss for what is occurring in this game right now.
I don't know. There should be a Worm Coil engine in play 60 turns ago.
And it should have killed all of them.
It should have killed Sullivan with his nothing he could do against it.
But there should definitely be a workshop and a Crucible out. Like you can at least make the argument that Keith was just playing conservatively and against maybe too conservatively against Metamorph and you know wanted that Worm Coil to be the card that went in the game. But at this point, like that, that Crucible should have been that Metamorph on Crucible should have been down.
Ages ago.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And now Sullivan has like a very nice hand on top of the far superior board state. Use the Metamorph on that. I don't know if I agree with that, but
Another Mox. Like, what's he looking to draw? That's what I don't understand. Like, he's being very passive, but what is he looking to draw here?
something to play the Wormcoil in one turn. But even that, like,
Yeah, doesn't that just die to... I
it
guess
just dies to, like, you still want to be able to play your Crucible, right? Your Metamorph on the Crucible.
nope, he doesn't
Just
want
pitch another
Metamorph at all.
Metamorph.
I'll pitch the Dismember. Yeah, he just wanted to play the Wormcoil in one turn.
I don't get, but why?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
Crucible is the parity. It creates board parity, and the game would have been stagnated turns ago. Instead, you're just eating damage, and Sylvan's building his board, and
There's a Lodestone.
that's probably game ending. Well,
Anyway, 2 factories.
Keith didn't. He just didn't want to win this game, I guess.
I don't know. I would have been so aggressive. I would have just played out that stupid the stupid Wormcoil.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I guess he could still get lucky and top deck another Mox or
Yeah,
way
Mox
to
or
play
a Soul Ring or he's
You
not.
just ramp down the Wormcoil here.
Yeah,
It'll get hit with a Dismember and trade with a Factory, I guess, probably, or a Lodestone.
splits into 2. Poker.
I mean, Sullivan's presenting 9 damage now.
Yeah.
You have 2 Dismembers in hand.
Yeah. So now does he have to play a Mox? Just
I don't know what
concedes.
Keith is doing.
I'm not sure. I don't know about that game.
Well, we have Sullivan versus
Versus JP, so we'll be back a couple
JP.
minutes with that
this is
matchup.
just for, yeah, this is just for seeding.
It's just
so,
for seeding, yeah. So
Sullivan and JP make it. Keith gets
Keith-
knocked out, and
Matt gets knocked
Matt
out.
gets knocked out. Matt's deck choice was
Very unfortunate.
yeah.
Alright, so-
Keith definitely had some opportunities, so to play his way in, and I think he just found a way to lose that game.
So we'll be right back.